to offer you. Take off your shoe and throw in front. We're throwing our shoe directly Nicki Minaj because that track was a whack. I'm sorry, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
You're done.
You are single, you're at the bar, so it is. One more time, rock, side to side. Side to stretch.
Broken future, all the plans you made in your
Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I hope you enjoyed my little tiny morning routine. That's the routine that I try to stick to after I drop my kids off at school. So that's what we did this morning. So yeah, I do want to take the time out real quick to say a huge thank you to Dossier for partnering with me on this portion of this week's vlog. You guys know I love Dossier, and the fact that they make smelling good accessible to everybody because their prices start at only $29. They believe that no matter your price point, you should be able to smell good, and I absolutely love that about them. And basically the premise behind them is that they have iconic scents with designer quality and there are no markups. So with Dossier, you're gonna get designer quality and they are going to be scents that smell like the original designer at a fraction of the cost. So this one in particular is called Woody, girl. I can't say that word. But this is inspired by Chanel, and we all know Chanel has a very high price point, even their perfumes, cosmetics, all of the things. So this is the Chance A Dar Parfum. And this is what the bottle looks like. So this is inspired by the Chanel perfume, which again is going to cost you an arm and a leg. But you can just get Dossier and it's going to cost you way less than what you would pay at the department store. So I also want to mention, because I love this about what Dossier does, the fact that if you don't love your scent, you can send it back, no questions asked, shipping is on them, and they then take that perfume and they go and they donate it. Y'all know I'm all about donating and helping out the less fortunate. So I absolutely love that they do that. So yeah, definitely link is going to be down below. Use coupon code MissGreenEyes5 to save 5% off your order. You guys know, again, I absolutely love Dossier. Here again is the Woody whatever. This next one I have is inspired by Joe Malone's English Pear and Freesia cologne. These are the top notes, the middle notes, and the base note, and then the scent is called Floral Pear. Aren't my nails so cute? I love them. Are y'all ready for Valentine's Day? That one smells really good. We've got watermelon in there. We've got freesia. We've got pear, bergamot. That one smells really good. And then we have floral. This is another name that I cannot pronounce, but there are the base, middle, and top notes. Did I get that right? Or was it top, middle, and base? Top, middle, and base. And then as you can see, this is inspired by the Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum. And, oh, I'm deciding which one I want to wear today. It's definitely a toss-up between the two Chanels. Like, which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Okay, I like that one. Does this one smell a little sweeter? It has jasmine, May rose, sandalwood. This one has vanilla, base note, lemon, pineapple. So this one should patchouli, jasmine. Which one do I like more? Let's do the No. 5. So the Chanel No. 5 inspired floral. Highly recommend. Again, I will link this down below in the description box to you guys to purchase. Don't forget to use coupon code MissGreenEyes5. And huge thank you to Dossier for partnering with me on this portion of this week's vlog. Okay, so I intended to start this vlog on Saturday, but my Saturday did not go as planned because my stomach wanted to act up and I was in intense pain pretty much all day. So I really couldn't do much. And I mean, there was a point where I was in so much pain that I could not even talk. Like, it was hard to talk. So I ended up yesterday doing some meal prep, and I did film a lot of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that footage right now. I am having a southwestern salad. My salsa verde is bad, or I'm gonna have to get it this week. Anyways, I made ranch that I was gonna mix with salsa to do like a salsa verde for lunch this week. So I made 2 ranch dressings. I need to go get salsas to make that Mexi ranch, but right now it's just ranch. Okay, and then I am going to do like a Greek salad 3 of the days for lunch. So I made my own individually sized tzatziki sauces, and they came out really good. Like, they taste delicious, and it's just the cucumber shredded, and then you saw me drain it out. 1/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, a little bit of garlic, some lemon juice, some dill, salt and pepper, and I think that's everything. And then of course you put the cucumber shreds in there. And so I have 3 of those, and that's pretty much lunch. So each day I just assemble my salad super easily and quickly, and that's lunch. We're gonna have tacos one night this week, so I went ahead and I browned up the ground beef. So I'm just gonna put that in a bowl. And then for breakfast, 4 out of the days, because I only have 4 hash browns left, I am going to do, well, I'm about to show you what I'm about to do. So we're about to meal prep lunch, but I gotta put all this up first because I can't work in this. Okay, so then for breakfast, what I do is I take these egg beaters and I take 1/3 of a cup and I just put them in these little containers. Got these from Amazon. I'll link them down below. I freaking love them. So I do 1/3 of a cup in each of the containers. I wanted to get bell peppers and onions, but they were out of the frozen, and I had budgeted only the frozen, and I didn't want to do, and then I couldn't find the 3-pack bell peppers, so I was just like, we'll just do that next week. So this week again, we're just doing eggs, cheese. I'll show you, but I go ahead and put salt and then pepper, and then I just go ahead and I put each of these in the microwave for a minute a piece. So I'll just put it in like so for a minute. While that's going, I have 2 or 3, I'm not sure how many of these I have, but I have, okay, so I have 2. I have 2 of these turkey breakfast sausage patties. So I will go ahead and cut them up, and for 2 days, I will be having sausage, and then the other 3 days, I will be having these bacon pieces that I will put in there. I always put 14 grams of these shreds, and then I top the small ones with these little hash brown patties. Now I only have 4 hash brown patties, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the 5th one, because the 5th one's going to be a little different this week. Take my kitchen scissors, and I'm just going to cut up this turkey patty. And there's your eggs. They come out absolutely perfect. I'm gonna put the next one in 4 minutes. So what I do over here then, once I have my meats and everything on there, I just go ahead and I take 14 grams, which is half a serving of these shreds. It's the Velveeta. This is so good in the morning. I put this in my air fryer, which is why I got the glass containers, so I can put them in the air fryer. Because what it does is it makes that all ooey gooey, and then it also crisps up the hash brown again. So delicious and so good. So that is my breakfast for the week. And then I'm gonna show you what I do with, what I'm gonna do with the other one, since I only have 4 hash brown patties and I wanna make 5 breakfasts for the week. So what I'm gonna do with this last one, since I don't have a hash brown patty, I am just going to use these hash browns with onions and peppers. I'm just going to use the serving size, which is 84 grams. And that's going to give me my carb. Actually, I'm going to do 2 servings of this because of the fact that 2 servings has no fats. I think the carbs are going to be about the same. So, Alexa, what's 84 plus 84?
84 plus 84 is 168.
So I'm doubling up the serving. I'm not cooking these because I'll just cook these the morning of, and it'll definitely take longer. You know what? I should probably go ahead and do this now. What do you guys think? Oh, I don't know how this is gonna work. The egg is cooked. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the hash browns in another container, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook them right now. So that way, when I go to cook it in the morning, it'll really just be warming everything up and then kind of re-crisping up these hash browns. But I'm just gonna throw them in the air fryer just like this. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on there. And that will be breakfast number 5. So in the air fryer it goes. Okay, so I have them in there for about 10, maybe even 15 minutes. I already put my cheese down there. Morning of, I just put it in the air fryer again. And it'll brown them up even more, and then it'll cook the eggs, and it'll be all nice and delicious. Just put my top on it, put it in the fridge, and it's all ready for me. So breakfast and part of lunch is all ready for my meal prep. And that's my meal prep for the week. Meal prepping has really, really, truly kept me on track when it comes to my weight loss journey. Like between meal planning and then meal prepping, those two, but then also mindset, there's a lot of things. There's like a lot of things, but those two really, really, really do help me stay on track. So, I mean, I don't have to think. So I love that for me. I have to do a lot of work today. Ava has a game. She's a cheerleader, so I probably won't see you guys much today, but I did want to come on here and say hi. Hope you guys are doing well. So I wanted to show you, this is my salad for lunch. It has white rice in there for my carb. And then I also have canned chicken down there for protein, but then I also am gonna have some cottage cheese for protein too, because the canned chicken has 22 grams and I want a little bit more. So we've got red onion, we've got pickled red onions. I have a spring mix with light Italian Olive Garden dressing. Got Kalamata olives, some cherry tomatoes, some cucumber. And that is my salad. And then I have my tzatziki that you guys saw me make, which is right here. Where's my fork? Isn't it so pretty? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my tzatziki over top, like so. Look at all the goodness. I wonder if I should have put some oil in here. I don't know. I have my Kalamata olives as fat for this, but yeah, I'll go ahead and eat my lunch. Doesn't it look delicious? I'm having this for 3 days in a row. It is absolutely delicious and I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this. So I'm gonna show you guys the Southwest salad that I make, that I made my ranch dressing for, because that one's gonna be delicious too. Hey, happy Tuesday. I have not seen you guys all day. Therapy was rough today. I had a rough day. Me and Control just got back from the gym and they're having pizza night down at the office. So I am going to make my 2-ingredient dough, and I'm gonna show you guys this whole entire pizza. I think it's like 500 calories or something like that. Like, it's crazy how low it is for an entire pizza, and it's very filling and protein packed. So what you want to do first is put the oven onto 500 degrees because this dough needs to bake at 500. So 500 it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get a pan out. I'm actually just gonna take the one from my air fryer and put parchment paper on it. Whew. So what you're gonna need for this is, I have shown you guys this with bagels before. I have made pretzels, and now we are making pizza dough. So we have been making for the past couple of weeks. We have had on Fridays, we've been doing pizza night, and I'll buy this pizza dough that I can get from Walmart. Used to be $1, now it's $1.50. But that's all right, whatever. But I just use this, and then I'm gonna show you the ingredients I put on top. And you could even make this less by choosing a less calorie dense pasta sauce. But I personally have Rayo's, and I'm gonna use it because it is the best, 100%. So all I did was you really should take self-rising flour. I don't think this is self-rising flour, but it's half a cup. And then you're gonna do half a cup of, I just do non-fat Greek yogurt down into the mix. And to me, when it comes to the 2-ingredient dough, it needs seasoning, especially if you're gonna use it for a pizza dough. So I'm just gonna put in some salt, measure with your heart, some basil. Fresh basil would be so amazing. We used to have a basil plant, but we don't have green thumbs in this house. Ava tries. My ex, their dad, very much so has a green thumb. We always had plants. She's trying. She's better than me, but not as good as her dad. So Italian spices, Italian seasoning, and then garlic powder. And then you just mix this together. Hold on, not done yet. Because I don't think that this is self-rising flour, I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of baking powder. I think a teaspoon is fine. I don't know. That's what I've been putting in, and it's been coming out really good. So you're just gonna go ahead and mix this together until it forms a dough. Now, for me, sometimes I make it and it's really sticky. Sometimes I make it, it's perfect. I really don't know what the science behind that is. I'm not much of a baker. I know last Friday when I made it, it was really humid in here. So I was thinking that that was possibly why. But now it's like really doughy and it's not coming together. So I think I need a little bit more Greek yogurt. Girl. That is the one thing I have found with this 2-ingredient dough is just the fact that it's very finicky. Even if I go by a recipe and I measure, sometimes you're gonna need more flour, sometimes you're gonna need more Greek yogurt, sometimes the half and half is perfect. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do also with the spices because I don't necessarily measure them perfectly. I don't really know. But this is, yeah, I think that little bit was perfect. Hopefully it's not too sticky. But you just want to knead this. And sometimes if you want, you can roll it out. I don't think it's necessary. I think you can totally just do, yeah, see, this is much better than it was last week. Last week it was sticking to my hands and it was driving me insane. Although I think I do need a little bit more flour because I think that this is too wet. See, that's what I'm talking about. So it is just kind of, I feel like it probably was going to come together. I was just being impatient. It's possibly it. But I am going to take this, set this aside, take my dough onto my parchment paper, and I am just going to start grabbing some flour so I can set this down. I would set you guys down so you could see a little bit better, but you know. That's why I really don't like doing cooking videos. If I don't have help, it's hard. Those of you that do cooking videos and you film by yourself, how do you do it? Because, whew. And then if you're having like a bunch of like different, like getting a bunch of different angles, and I don't know how people do it. Now you totally can roll this if you want. This is the perfect consistency. But look, isn't that like it's your own personal size pizza? And it is so delicious. It's so filling. I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick again. Okay, so this is what our dough looks like. The oven just came to 500, so I'm gonna put this in there just like this for 7 minutes. While that is in the oven, I go ahead and I weigh out my cheeses. So this is what I use. I use this reduced fat mozzarella. Now you could totally use fat-free cheese if you're going to. Make sure you rinse it so that it can get ooey gooey instead of crunchy. And this is 70 calories. I'm gonna use the full 28 grams. So I'm gonna weigh out 28 grams of reduced fat mozzarella. Y'all, when I tell you I had a rough day, I had a rough day. Like, you know when you've been crying a lot, you just feel it in your eyes. Like, I took a nap today. I really wanted to do work and stuff, and I was just like, I read for a little bit, took a nap. I did get my workout in. So then I take, sorry, I was talking, 28 ounces of this, and I'll show you in a minute. I love the macros on this because this is like a super melty cheese because it's Velveeta. But I take 28 ounces of that, and it's the Velveeta Shreds Cheddar, and there's only 60 calories in a serving, only 3 grams of fat, and then you've got 5 grams of protein. So this is really good macros. And then I just take the 28 grams, which is, I think that's a serving, right? 28 grams of turkey pepperoni. And that is everything that's going on my pizza. Could I add veggies? Yes, the veggies are going on the side. I don't really like them on my pizza. Sometimes they're okay, but I'm gonna be honest, I prefer just cheese and pepperoni on my pizza. And when I tell you, this completely takes care of my pizza craving. It satisfies me, it's filling, it's delicious. I do not feel like I'm missing out at all. Now I will take 71 grams of this Rayo's. Hopefully I have it in here. This is literally the best freaking sauce. Like, oh my, it's expensive as hell, but it is so good. Alexa, stop. But I don't do a full serving. A full serving is 125 grams. So I do 71 grams, which is gonna give me 57 calories. Let's see if we have 71 grams in here. If we don't, we're just gonna use what we have. I think we have right at 71, perfect. So that is going to add 57 calories. And again, this whole entire pizza is, just as I showed you, 560 calories, 65 carbs, 42 grams of protein, and 16 grams of fat. But 42 grams of protein, and for an entire pizza, that's all yours, 560 calories. You cannot beat that. Let's get our dough out and let's see what it looks like. So this is what she is looking like. It's still kind of doughy on the bottom, so I'm actually going to let it go in there for 2 more minutes. And then I'm gonna change the battery because y'all are about to die. Well, my battery's about to die. Okay, I think, yes, it is done. Let's get her out. She's getting a little toasty. All right, yeah, let's turn her over. We're gonna turn her over because the top is getting a little toasty. So what I do here, I just go ahead and I put my sauce down there. You could add garlic if you wanted to. I really think that this sauce is so flavorful, it really doesn't need any additional flavoring or whatnot. So then what I do is I just take my little cheese mixture and I kind of like mix it together, and then that goes on top like so. And then on top of that goes my pepperoni, and she goes back into the oven for like 5 minutes or so, 3 minutes, however long it takes. Like we could have kind of spread that out a little bit more. But however long it takes to get the cheese all melty and whatnot. Now I will say this, you could totally make the crust and roll in some mozzarella sticks, like cheese sticks, and you can make a stuffed crust with this. You could also get some garlic butter, melt it, and then get some brush some garlic butter, and then top it with parm or garlic or something like that, so you could have like a delicious buttery crust. There's so many things that you can do with this. I love it. So she is going back in the oven for about 3 or 4 minutes. And here she is. Isn't she beautiful? I'm telling you, this tastes incredible. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this, but I hope you guys make this. This makes eating pizza so delicious, especially if you're on a calorie deficit. Girl, let me know what you guys think. Hey, so I am doing some work on my phone, like for TikTok and like short form content and whatnot. And I realized I never talked to you guys about my LTK shop, which I have recently this year, I've really been into posting things. So some of the stuff is similar to what you'll see here, but some of it is just going to be exclusive to TikTok or Instagram or even just LTK. So make sure you are following me on my LTK, but not just following, that you actually subscribe to my LTK, because that way, when you subscribe to my LTK shop, you will be notified every single time I create a post. So like right now, I'm waiting for this post to go live. And basically all you have to do in the LTK shop and in the app is like, I will list everything that I can link from the little outfit that I've created, which I am creating a lot more outfits. So same if you see things, if you see shorts here on YouTube, in the description box, there will be a link to my LTK shop. And then from there, you guys can go shop the outfit. So if you're like, oh, I really like that outfit, but I don't want all the pieces, I just want some of the pieces. Like I will even like my jewelry, earrings, all that kind of stuff. That's the same thing, but you know what I mean? So I will link it down below in the description box for you guys to go subscribe to me over there on my LTK shop. And then, yeah, like you guys can start shopping my outfits and stuff because I am going to be doing a lot more styling, but I'm not going to do that here on YouTube. I'm going to do it more so on Instagram. Although if the short is short enough, I'll probably post it over here. But if you're following me on my LTK, you're going to be able to see the video, not having to watch it on Instagram or TikTok if you're not interested in that. So like everything that I post, because not everything that I post there goes here. I'm hoping that makes sense. Just go subscribe to my LTK and you guys will always be able to be notified of every single post I make. And then of course it's gonna be outfits. Most likely outfits, but you can do all kinds of things on LTK from home stuff and all of the things. Hey girl, hey, look at all the diamonds I got on me. Instead of being annoyed at that, let's I can't even say it. I'm still annoyed. Trying to change my mindset around it. Anyways, it is Wednesday and I have been just like all day long. It's 2:50. I'm about to go get a workout in and then I'm coming back here in my bedroom to get a ton of editing done on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Reels. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm gonna keep up. I'm going to keep up because I really want to get back into styling clothes. So if you guys want to see me style clothes, I think I kind of already talked about this, but how did this get so nasty and dirty? I don't get it. If you want to see me style clothes more, then go follow me on my Like to Know shop. Go follow me on TikTok. Go follow me on Instagram. Some things will go up here, but not everything as far as like in a short form for my styling. So just go follow me on, I'm hungry. You go eat something before. I just ate. Not questioning my hunger. I am hungry. I need to go eat something before I work out. But I'm going to go do a workout. I still got my taxes to do today. That is something, I should probably wait to do that tomorrow because that is something that's I need to really set aside. And I'm just feeling very overwhelmed today. I have a lot to do. It's just been like, this week has been like really like go, 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 go. And I was like thinking I was going to kind of have a chill week. And then I was like, oh, but you could do this and this and this and this and this. I was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So anyways, I'm not going to see you guys because there's really nothing to film. You guys have seen me dance 100 times and you guys have also seen, well, yeah, I've done behind the scenes stuff before too. It's really boring. Like there is nothing interesting about watching me edit TikToks and Reels and YouTube videos. There's nothing interesting for that. So I wish I had more, but that has been my day. That is my day today. So I will see you guys later on. Hey girl, hey, happy Thursday. This week, I'm telling you, it's been a really crazy emotional week. It started with Tuesday with therapy and whew, it's just been crazy all week long. So I haven't been on here much, I know. I've just been working like crazy. I have the start of my southwestern bowl. I'm so excited for this. So I have some rice. It's 1/3 cup. And then I just weighed out according to, again, my nutritionist, the meal plan with my nutritionist that she's given me. I have some corn and some black beans. So these, between the three of these are my starches for the day. Or not for the day, girl. For my lunch, for this meal. This is ground beef. I had it left over. I wasn't intending to eat it, but I was like, I want the ground beef. I don't want the canned chicken. So tomorrow is going to have canned chicken, but today we're doing the ground beef. So this is the ranch that I made. I was hoping, not just, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I really need to look at this one and see if it's this one. Do y'all want to see what it looks like? The date says 12/28. I need to add a little bit more Greek yogurt because that right there, it is too runny. That's just way too runny. I don't know what I was thinking when I was adding the water. I really don't. That is definitely better. I'm gonna add some pico and see. This was, which it does not look good anymore. Like, it does not look appetizing. But this is what I was making at the beginning of this video. What was that? Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the hell that was. Bella's right here. I was like, she didn't make that noise. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was the trash. To this, I'm going to add spring mix. I'll probably just add the rest of this. I have, ooh, we're not gonna add that one. I have some more spinach. I have some more of this in the fridge, like another container, like a smaller container. So that will, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hate these big containers, like in the trash. What do you do? Like, you could do this, but it's not gonna stay like this. You can get a rubber band. I don't know. Okay, so I put the spring mix down on there, and then I'm going to add a little bit of cilantro. I saw this video where this woman was like, if you have vegetables that are going bad, put them in your fridge. Any kind of herb, put them in your fridge. That way, when you fill up your bag, like put them in the, what is that? Okay, that's the fridge, or that's the trash. As I was saying, you put your vegetables that are about to go bad in a bag in your freezer, and once you fill it up, you can make a veggie stock. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, we have cilantro. I'm gonna use a little bit of this cilantro lime sauce over top, but first I'm gonna add some of this pico on top. I think I'll just do it like on the center. Yeah, that trash can keeps making noises. It needs to stop, because why you making noises like that, I don't know. Right, and then I'm doing some cheese. So 28 grams of this. I feel like all I've shown you guys this week is food. We're not gonna have enough of the, oh, I forgot to cut up cherry tomatoes. I really don't feel like doing it right now. We have the tomatoes and the pico. I'm not doing it. Which I actually have to cut up the avocado, so I probably should have, but it's whatever. I actually don't know if this avocado is still good, but hopefully it's been in my fridge for a minute. I would say that's a no. That is a no. So we won't be using avocado then. Okay, that was gonna be my fat for this meal. I do have some frozen holy guacamole, I think is what they're called, or avocado cups, but it's frozen. Yeah, I have one more. So I'm gonna put this out for tomorrow's salad. So, bummer. Oh well. Okay, I wrote down 14 grams of this, but this isn't gonna be 14 grams, so. It was 11. So I put some tortilla strips, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of this cilantro lime sauce on there, which is really good actually. And then I just put my quote unquote Mexi Ranch over the top. And that is gonna be my lunch for today. I have an hour before I meet with my nutritionist. So that is perfect timing. So this is what this looks like. It doesn't look really pretty, but I'm about to mix it all up and make it even uglier. But I wanted to show you guys, that's another idea for a delicious lunch or dinner, because this is gonna be really, really, really good. So that is going to do it for this weekly vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys so very much. If you have not yet, go check out my bingo video. It is linked down below in the description box, and I really put a lot of time and effort into that video. So I would appreciate it if you would go and watch it. BB Somar 8262. Hey girl, hey. She said, I absolutely love this idea. This is my bingo video. I've seen a lot of vision board videos, mainly to support the creators, but haven't found the inspiration I would have wanted. Jill, as I was watching this video, I kept thinking about my own bingo card, which I love because that's exactly what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to make your own bingo cards. Someone else commented and said, you keep doing this every single month and imagine what, like, the person you're gonna be at the end of this year. And I was like, I know, like, I cannot wait. So she said, also, I love how you made it for you as a woman, not necessarily for the other roles you play, like being a mom, which is something I know can be really difficult to detach from. And that was something too that I didn't like intentionally going into this. It wasn't my intention, but also it kind of is what inspired this, I guess, like to really have to focus on finding myself, really truly doing the work that I need to do to heal and put myself out there and build relationships and meet people and get out of my comfort zone and all those things. Is my kids last year, it was a very, very, very hard transition come September. And I've talked about this, where Kentrell had already been becoming independent, but Ava wasn't there yet. So I still had Ava. We were still doing things and talking, and my daughter is a completely different person now. Like, independent, in her room, not so much like leave me alone. I mean, she's a girl. She's a teen girl. She is 100% a teen girl. And in September is when it happened, the transition, and it was literally overnight. And I really struggled hardcore with that last year. And I think that that transition with my kids really forced me into looking within and being like, okay, like, now it's time I have to do something, because A, I have all this free time that I've never had before, and B, they don't need me like they used to. So I have to do this for me. I have to find out who I am outside of being mom, because for the past almost 18 years, that has been my identity, is mom. I have been mom, and that's it. I have not been Jill. I have not been anything other than mom. And yeah, of course, I have been, but in my head, that was my most important role, and it still is. But on the flip side, again, my kids don't need me like they used to. So anyways, I started thinking about some things, like, because I mentioned in the video how each month they're gonna get harder and harder and harder. And according to whatever my budget is and what I can budget out, you know, for activities, because like right now, my budget's so tight, like girl, like I'm in this house, that's all I do. I drive my kids to school, I drive to therapy, pick up Ava from her practices. If I can go to the game, I go to the game. If not, I don't. I mean, it's been a struggle, and it's been another transition. However, as my budget grows throughout the year, which I know it will, there are gonna be more things I'm gonna push myself out to do. Like, I want to solo vacation. I wanna go on a solo vacation. I wanna do a solo staycation here in Charlotte, where I just go to a hotel and I get all dressed up and I go to a fancy restaurant and I just treat myself. So like, as the year goes on and as my budget gets bigger for me to be able to do these things, because my son is gonna be an adult, so it's like, all right, you got this, I'm leaving you at home, you take care of what's going on in the house. So, you know, like, for me to be able to think about going on vacation alone, solo vacation, like, it's so scary to think about, but I think it's going to be so transformative for me. And it's also going to be able to allow me to do something again outside of the kids and just for me. So I don't know. I'm really, really, really excited. I'm especially excited because I'm kind of limited right now in what I can and can't do. Like there's these cooking classes that Charlotte has to offer that I want to take so bad, but they're like $80 a class. And I'm like, there's another thing. There's like a walking tour, which is like $15, but even that right now is out of my budget because then you also got to pay to park. So that's going to turn into more like $25, $30. So there's a lot of things that I want to do that there is here to do in the city, but I just can't do it. So trust me when I say that these bingo cards, as the year progresses, they are going to get more challenging for me. Like, because if you think about it, like I put on my bingo card, if you think about it, the more I do these things, the more it's going to be comfortable for me. So it's like, okay, what can we do now to step out of my comfort zone? Thinking about driving for like 2 hours and going on a solo vacation, let's just say we go to the beach, that scares the crap out of me. Just think about driving alone. Girl, I don't like that. But that's the whole point of these bingo cards. Is like doing that. And then like, I don't know why the person made the comment about the credit card. Like, hello, financial freedom. Like, not that you need to be in my business, but like, you know, I've relied on credit cards way too much. And I have, yeah, it needs to be paid down. So yeah, that's a huge freaking goal of mine is financial freedom and not having to live off of credit cards and to pay them off. So like, as I do these things, like they all have a purpose. Going 24 hours, no social media, like it all has a purpose behind it. And you know, the whole nap one, I'm surprised, how is that not BS? I really don't know what she was trying to say behind that. But like taking a nap, that is just like taking time and just be like, just relax and really set time, like set intentional time aside to rest and just do nothing. Like just take a nap, like 30 minutes, 40, however long it was, just take a nap, rest your body. You don't have to be go, 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 go all the time. So anyways, I've been talking your ear off. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very much. If you guys wanna go see my bingo card, bingo card video, I will link it down below. It went up today, which is Thursday. And I'm excited. Like, it's so far like the analytics are showing that my views are down, but the average view is like up and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I really hope that this reaches a lot of people. But I also hope that it inspires people to make the change. You know what I mean? Like if you are stuck in this comfort zone and you're stuck in this life that you are just so miserable in, which has so been me. And you don't even necessarily have to be miserable, but just kind of like not quite content, but like you are in a rut almost. This is so, I think that this would be so beneficial for really anyone, unless you're already on that self-love, self-healing kind of glow up journey. And even if you are, some more challenges to kind of endure. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday with another video. But until then, have an amazing day.